The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victoria Newman has something seriously wrong with her. Y&R fans just saw Vicky act way more impulsive than usual when she invited Benjamin Hockman to head upstairs at the CAC. Once up there, Victoria was inexplicably aggressive and practically leapt on top of Benjamin, pulling off his clothes. Is this outrageous behavior caused by her fall at the top of the tower? Alternatively, could Vicky be suffering from undiagnosed MS since it can run in families? Or is there something else going on with Vicky that has yet to be diagnosed? What's wrong with Victoria? There are a number of The Young and the Restless spoiler theories about what's up with Victoria Newman. Back on the night she first fell, when Abby Newman threw a drink in her face, it seemed pretty strange that a drink in the face would send her flying backward. The big question is whether Victoria already had a medical problem and Abby's drink throwing was not what made Vicky fall. Perhaps she was already in bad shape, and it was just bad timing that sent Victoria tumbling and not the champagne. Y&R spoilers from Soap Central say that Victoria wakes up in bed with Benjamin confused about what happened between them, but viewers saw that Vicky was the aggressor although Benjamin was pleased with what happened. However, what is making Victoria behave so aggressively and out of the ordinary? Vicky isn't one to sleep with a guy like that, particularly since she doesn't even like him and it was just a business meeting. It almost seemed like Victoria isn't herself and that can indicate a head injury is worsening, or something else. Head injury, MS or something even scarier? The Young and the Restless recaps from last week show that Victoria got a CT scan last week but everything looked okay, and her doctor didn't seem too alarmed other than advising her to get some rest. But now, it seems that something is definitely wrong in Vicky's head, but what? While some of her symptoms do seem like a head injury including the ringing in her ears, impulsive behavior is not a short-term effect of concussion syndrome, according to WebMD. However, according to the National MS Society, mood changes and inappropriate behavior can be symptoms of multiple sclerosis. Some studies have found that MS can run in families because it is an immune disorder which tends to cluster in families. Given the symptoms that Victoria is experiencing, could it be she's got MS since dizziness is a known issue with the disease and can come with fainting spells, as we've seen with Victoria? Some Y&R theorists have suggested pregnancy, but Vicky hadn't been with anyone since Travis Crawford, at least until the most recent Young and the Restless episode when she seduced the very willing Benjamin. These behavior symptoms are very troubling and unlike Vicky. Will Victoria's prognosis change with the head writer change? Recent Young and the Restless news that executive producer Molly Young took over as Y&R head writer could flip Victoria's prognosis on its ear. We'll start seeing his scripts on screen in October, so that's plenty of time for him to change what's going on with Victoria and change directions. And now, given Victoria's symptoms, it's difficult to say whether it's a head injury or early signs of MS plaguing her. The one thing she's not is pregnant, but that could change if Vicky wasn't careful during her one-night stand with Benjamin Hockman. What do you think? Do you think the fall at the Newman Tower caused Vicky's problem, or did Vicky's problem already exist and cause the fall? Only time will tell, and there's a possibility the writers have done something drastic and have given Victoria cancer or some other terrible disorder to bring Billy Abbott back to her side. Either way, trouble is ahead for Phyllis Abbott because Vicky's medical crisis will pull Billy closer into the orbit of his